Do you need or want a warranty on the work? If you are going to be, for example, selling this place right away, if you're doing some kind of a flip, it can be fantastically valuable to be able to pass that warranty on to the new owner and say, hey, you don't have to worry about this roof. I'm giving you a 30-year warranty that I got from the roofing contractor, for example. That could be really helpful. Or it just might be that you want to make sure that 20 years from now, or maybe 20 minutes from now, if something goes wrong, that you're not going to be the one stuck fixing it again. And that sort of goes hand in hand with, are you prepared to assume the liability into the future? If you do something or cause something to be done at a property that you then sell to someone else or rent to someone else, and something goes wrong, let's say something easy. I say, oh, I'm going to install a ceiling fan in this property. It's no big deal. I don't need an electrician. I'm just going to pop the ceiling fan in myself. How hard could it be? I watched the video. Looks easy. And, believe me, I've installed my share of ceiling fans. But what happens if 3 months from now, that ceiling fan falls on somebody's head? Guess who's liable? Because you don't have the electrician to go back to say, hey, dude, you screwed this up, right? It's on you. You did the installation. You're the one who's going to take the liability for somehow doing something wrong and having that ceiling fan not stay where it was supposed to stay. Now, did the person hang on it? Did they misuse it in some way? You don't know, and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because by virtue of the fact that you did it yourself and you presumably didn't have an electrician's license, that liability is all going to come back on you. So just keep that kind of stuff in mind. Now, you also want to think about, how long is this project going to take to complete? And do you want to give up that much of your life to make sure that whoever's doing this project is doing it, or, either do it yourself, or the people that are doing the project, you're going to have to supervise them, basically. So how long is the project going to take to complete? And then you want to say to yourself, very honestly, have I ever done anything like this in the past? So have I ever done anything like this before? And that's a big factor. If you think that something seems kind of easy, and then you start to talk about what's involved with the people who you're considering hiring, you might discover that, wow, I had no idea. I thought that this was going to be so easy. Like, oh, I thought I was just going to take out this light and put in a ceiling fan. And then you find out there's no box that's there that will support this ceiling fan. And now I have to do some kind of, install something. I have to open the ceiling, because, whatever. Could be bigger than you think, right? So figure that out ahead of time. If you have never done a project like this before, then that's part of the factor that will go into. It doesn't mean that, oh, I've never done it before, so that means I can't do it. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that that's something you want to think about and factor in. I'm not saying that if the answer to any of these questions is yes or no, that you absolutely need a GC. I'm just saying that these are some things to think about.